And then they came with the comp version. And when they came with the comp version, oh damn. What's going on, amazing people? It's your boy RGG, a regular gun guy. Welcome to my YouTube channel, where I bring you gun content that everybody can relate to. If this is your first time here and you enjoy this video, leave me a thumbs up and smash that sub button. And if you return to the channel, I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. So earlier this year, I was telling a couple of my homies that I had one gun that was on my list. Like, you know how you be like, man, I want to buy this, and this. You know, because a lot of us are gun enthusiasts, so, you know, we like to buy a lot of stuff and get a lot of guns in our hands. But there was only one that I really had on my list, right? Now I got a couple more on my list, but at that time, there was one gun that I knew that I wanted as we came toward the end of 2024. And I was starting to hear the rumblings about it and all the hype around it. And it was just intriguing to me when I saw pictures of it. And that is the ALFA FOXTROT Romulus. When I first heard about it, I thought it was dope in general. But then they started releasing all these different variants of the gun. They came with the ported version. And then they came with the comp version. And when they came with the comp version, oh damn, I'm like, I got to have this, boy. I don't know why I jumped like I said, got to have it. Either way, I was excited to hear about that. Then it was really on my list. I'm like, I got to get this, I got to get this. But as we came into the year, I was preparing for an event that I do every year. It's called a regular meetup. Look into that if you haven't already. By the grace of God, a regular meetup was in Atlanta this year, and ALFA FOXTROT happens to be in the Atlanta area. So it only made sense that we get them out to a regular meetup. I want to send a big shout out to not only ALFA FOXTROT, but to a good friend of mine that made this possible and who's the sponsor of today's video, actually. That is Miami International Arms. I'll put that up on the screen. You got to go check these guys out. Check out their website. Use the code RGG and save yourself 10% off your next order. I've been excited to get my hands on this gun. And this is the 4 1/4 comp. I have it equipped with a Streamlight TLR1 HL Optics Planet and the Bushnell RXM 300. One of my favorite large window optics. I know when you first look at it, it gives you those staccato vibes. I'm gonna say this, and I know some people are not gonna agree, but I still feel that staccato is the gold standard when it comes to these 2011s. It's the first place you go to compare every 2011 that hits the market. Does it compare to a staccato? This is as good as a staccato XC or a staccato P, whatever, right? So staccato has done an amazing job. Shout out to them. And I know that the question is gonna be, does it shoot as good as an XC? I don't know. Full disclosure, I've shot not this gun. This gun has never been fired, so it'll be fired for the first time on video today. But I've shot the Romulus before, obviously, because ALFA FOXTROT was at my event, and I've shot it previously at other events. So, but after shooting it, I really wanted it. I'll answer this question toward the end of, do I think it's as good or better than the XC? Keep in mind, the staccato XC is probably 2.5 times the price of what this gun goes for, right? This is under 2 racks for sure. And the gun is loaded, man. It comes fully equipped, but let's go shoot it. All right, so first things first, I gotta get this thing sighted in, right? I just put this Bushnell on here, and I usually try to sight in somewhere between 7 and 10 yards, and then we'll back out, shoot some steel, because right now I'm in the sun. And believe it or not, it's about 9 a.m., and it feels like it's about 900 degrees already. I'm sweating, it's hot as hell out here, man. Let's get these shots down range. Very first shot, I'll show it to you guys on camera. We're gonna, and this will be the first shots. I'm gonna take a couple shots just to see where I'm hitting, and then we'll see what's up. Check the safety. My first shots with this ALFA FOXTROT. Okay. All right, I like the way that felt. Let me get this sighted in. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take you down range so that you can see how many shots it took me to get sighted in and where we at now. Basically, it took me about, I don't know, 8, 9 shots to get sighted in. My first 2 shots were here. All right, I moved it in, got here. I took a few more because I thought it was just me, but then I had to adjust it down a little bit, and then I'm right here. So I think I'm okay as long as I'm in here them two shots hitting like that, stacking them on top of each other. So now we sighted in. I got my 8-inch steel gong with a little steel wet orange paint on there. Yes, sir. Thanks, Ron, for that one. Since I'm sighted in, I figured, why not start out with some groups? I have my little 3-inch circles here that I'm gonna bring over here and actually put right here in the middle, over what I already shot. I'm gonna put one there, and then I don't know which one I'm gonna shoot at. That's why I'm putting 2 of them on here. I'm gonna put one up here where there's no shots behind it. So maybe we'll go after this one. Might be a little easier. So let's take some shots, get myself ready, do my chicken wing, take it off safe. Let's see where we at. Romulus, don't fail me now. Nice. I'm empty. Hold on. Don't worry though. I got another magazine. I didn't fill that first mag up. By the way, I'm using the Checkmate magazines that came with it. That was the 17 rounder. I got the 20 round Checkmate mag right here that I'm gonna go with. Get this bad boy back right. And battery, I like how smooth it's shooting. And them first couple shots look good. Nice. Uh-oh. So I got one failure to go in the battery right there. Let's pop that in and see what happens. Go. Whoa, that was hot. That was hot. That was hot. That's enough. Let's go see what we did. Let's go check out this group. All right, most of the shots are here. Then I had like, I don't know why I was high. That's gotta be me. But that's not too bad for this group on this. So I'm okay with that. Now we're gonna back out, shoot some steel, do some double taps, go to 50 yards. So, okay, as you guys saw when I was shooting the group, I did have that one failure to go back into battery. And I'm using my Underwood 115 grain range ammo. I don't know what that was, but let's just see if we have any more malfunctions today or any other issues. But right now I'm backed up to somewhere between 25 and 30 yards. I'll let you guys see down range here. See where I'm at? So let's see. No, just take some shots, man. Let me shoot with it. First of all, I should be on, all safe. Nice. Miss. Nice. Miss. All right, okay. We rocking and rolling, we rocking and rolling. I like what I'm feeling. Staccato mag. So now I'm about to run some of this Federal Ordnance 124 grain. Let's see how that runs. It's hot. Now we're gonna run some of this Federal 124 grain Syntec training ammo, the purple tip stuff. Let's see what that do. Woohoo! Nice. Most people know if you watch my videos, if this is not your first time, and if it is, I'll tell you anyway. I don't really get into deep dives when I do these, when I talk about firearms and give my thoughts on them. I don't even like to call it reviews. What I've noticed so far after a couple hundred rounds is this trigger is a lot lighter than I thought. I think they advertised 2.5, 3 pound trigger, because there was a couple times shooting that I did not mean to press the trigger. I was just kind of prepping. So I'll show you guys the trigger, especially you trigger snobs. Very light trigger in this thing, all right? I mean, pretty much no take up. I mean, that's just nothing, right? And it takes nothing to get it to break. All right, and the reset, my God, fast. Break, reset. Okay, the trigger is like really, really light, so that kind of surprised me. Now, when we start talking about these guns under $2,000, one thing I take out the equation, right? I don't like to compare it to guns like the Stealth Arms Platypus or the Fusion XP Pro or the Staccato HD, because to me, those are kind of in a class of their own, even though the HD is not under 2,000, and neither is the Platypus in a lot of cases, but either way, the XP Pro is. But those guns kind of belong in the category of their own, because even though we call them 2011s, they take the Glock mags, and that's what separates them from the rest of the pack. Now, when we get into this, you start comparing it to a lot of the guns that's come out over the last couple years, and we've seen some quality stuff from the Match X, Mac 9 DS. Bursa got a new one out right now that I'll be bringing to the channel soon. Prodigy, and a few more. I know I'm forgetting some. So if you didn't know, like, this gun comes with the DLC coating, which pretty much none of the other ones do. The safety is very tactile. The slide is smooth. It is smooth. I haven't tried to air rack it yet. I feel like it's a little, right now, a little too tight to air rack, but I imagine after I get a few more rounds through it. But it's got that sound, right? There's a sound I look for when I rack that 2011. It's smooth. It don't get caught up. The slide smooth as hell. So and the slide to frame fitment, which a lot of guys like to get into, is really nice and snug on this gun, just like some of the really expensive 2011s out there. Let's do some double taps. By the way, I'm still running the Syntec 124 grain double tap. All right, y'all, I brought my mixed bag out. As you can see, there's some of everything in there. I got everything from 115 up to 147. I got some of that Syntec stuff in there, some steel case stuff in there. You're damn right, I'm gonna run this through this Romulus because this guns go for so much money. So I'm gonna load this magazine up. I mean, so far so good. It's been running. The trigger was a lot lighter than I expected. And to some people, that's a good thing. Like, I don't know if I think that's good or bad. I mean, I'm not necessarily a competition shooter. I'm just a novice guy. I just like to shoot these guns and have some fun. In terms of accuracy, it's been pretty accurate. The recoil impulse is really good on it. Hold on, I dropped some ammo here, but oh, Lord have mercy, that become more difficult every year I get older. But how does it compare to guns in its weight class? And when I say weight class, I'm talking about the 2,000 and under guns. It's right there. I think, like, when I think about the recoil on a Prodigy or a Match X, it's pretty much right there. It's not like it's recoiling that much less, even though this is the comp version. In terms of how the gun feels, like how this gun feels in my hand personally, it feels better to me. Like the quality of build, I think between this and I say the Prodigy is right there, but I think it even feels better than the Prodigy. The grip module, I think it's dope because it's got the ALFA FOXTROT logo in there. I thought that was creative, but the grip module is a little slippery. The Prodigy has, like, to me, better grip. A lot of people change the grip modules on 2011s anyway if they're not aluminum or some type of steel. So it's all preference. But the way that it feels in my hand is thick, sort of like my Staccato grip. And a lot of times it doesn't allow me to be able to reach the slide stop. But what I do like about this extended slide stop is when I'm holding the gun, if that slide was locked back and I needed to send it home, I could just do it with within my regular grip. But overall, I like the feel in hand. Let's see if it passes the mixed bag test. Miss. Take your time, take your time. Oh. Take your time. Beautiful. Passed the missed bag test, even though I missed a couple shots. Now, what I like to do for fun, let's take it back to 50 yards. All right, if you look behind me there, see we back 50 yards. I want to say my steel target is about right there somewhere, right up in there somewhere. A little orange steel target. So you knew I couldn't come out here without doing the 50-yard test. I think I got about 10 rounds in here. I see the target a little better. I shot up a lot of the orange, but I can see it a little better this time than I normally see it. Whew. Alpha Foxtrot Romulus, let's take it off safe. I think we hot already. Press check. Yep, we good to go. All right, I got about 10 shots to do it. I've pretty much done it with every other gun. Shot one. Miss. Miss. I'm shooting high. Got it. This is the latest Checkmate magazine, the 19 round flush joint. Checkmate makes the best 2011 magazines. We'll run a magazine out of this. Actually, I was shooting with it earlier. I just forgot to say what it was. But, you know, let's run something out of this. So I'm just gonna go on and say this Alpha Foxtrot is a runner, man. It runs great. I'm not disappointed in any way. It's doing everything that I kind of expected it to do. I think I am gonna change the Bushnell on here for a couple of reasons. One, I don't think I like the way that it looks on here. Tell me what y'all think. I don't know if I like the way that the Bushnell looks on this gun. Overall, great trigger, flat shooting, that DLC finish. In terms of issues that I had today, I ran a total of about 500 rounds through it. That's what I brought to the range, including my mixed bag. I did have one failure to go in the battery, so it just kind of stopped before it went in the battery. A couple times it didn't lock open. I'm not sure why, because I'm using all Checkmate magazines, and it only did it with a couple of the 20-round magazines. I'm not sure. I was trying to keep track of it. Now with this newer 19-round flush Checkmate mag, it locked open every time, so I'm not sure. That part I don't know, man. Again, I'm not a deep dive guy. I'm not a gunsmith. I just want to shoot the guns and see them work. Outside of that, the gun ran flawlessly. It's pretty accurate. I wasn't shooting my best today, but in terms of what the gun is doing, when I take my time, focus with my fundamentals, I'm hitting the target every single time. Now, one of the questions that I was supposed to answer is, do I think it's as good as a Staccato XC with the price difference and out of the box? Absolutely not. It's not flatter shooting than a Staccato XC. Close? Yeah, close. But I think what you would notice on the XC is that the slide reciprocation or whatever is going to be a lot smoother. But that being said, I think with just some minor tweaking, not only could it be as good as Staccato XC, it could probably be as good as some of the guns that's even more expensive than Staccato XCs. 1,000%. It's that good. They did a great job on this gun, and I think a lot of people don't realize how much Alpha Foxtrot does in the 2011 space. So they know what they're doing. They're not new to this. It's got night vision front sight on here. It comes with 2 plates, the RMSC plate installed. It also comes with an RMR plate. What you guys really want to know, it runs great. Yes, I think it's better than the Prodigy. I'm choosing it over the Match X. I'm choosing it over the Mag 9 DS. I do think, in my personal opinion, it is the best in class. You don't see a whole shitload of videos on it, and I don't know why. I think when more people start getting their hands on it, I think you'll start seeing a lot more about the Alpha Foxtrot Romulus. Go check out Miami International Arms. I appreciate y'all watching, man. Stay solid. It's free. Stay out the way.